When I first heard of the iGniTe program, I had no idea what my summer would look like. I was already really nervous about starting earlier at Georgia Tech than the rest of my grade. Atlanta was a much bigger city than where I grew up, with so many more things to do, see, and experience. I was nervous about college classes, meeting people, and felt like I wasn't ready. But participating in iGniTe was the best decision of my life. iGniTe offers many tracks to guide you in the summer. There's pre-health, leadership, architecture and design, research, analyzing Atlanta, and more. This doesn't even include the events hosted on campus. I talked to iGniTe 2023 to see what they thought of this summer.
Move-in is always bittersweet. There was a ton of events that summer that made me feel more ready for fall. I loved getting to know campus before school actually even started. Georgia Tech is like its own bubble where things are happening all the time.
The events hosted on campus were specifically for iGniTe students in order to make them feel more comfortable being in college.
The pre-health track was so amazing. It allowed me to get a better grasp on requirements that are to come in the process of applying to medical school and becoming a doctor. I met so many like-minded people and became even more excited to be on Tech's campus.
The instructor at the architecture class showed new ways to use the same tools we always had. Even people who were just interested in design came out with a cool picture. I was academically challenged, but it totally allowed me to get used to college classes before freshman year.
On Tech Green, there was a painting event where they supplied a bunch of canvases that were blank, and they also had designs that you could paint on. I decided to just paint a sunflower on a blank canvas. I actually keep it in my dorm in the fall still.
That whole event on Tech Green was good. There were a lot of options on what to paint, like paint by numbers and free painting. It helped me meet new people, and so that was a great part of it.
It was a nice way to get outdoors for a bit.
I definitely think that it was one of my favorite iGniTe events.
I've been to the, what's it called, Tech Rec? I've been to one of those. That was really fun. Made a new friend there. I like the bowling one because I was really bad, but I was trying to make it seem like I wasn't.
Other than the fact that I was terrified of heights, the ropes course was a great experience. We also had to do fun challenges for team bonding together, so it's always nice to have some friendly competition. I'd totally do it again though, which I did not expect.
Paper and clay was so fun over the summer. I remember me and my friends painted mugs and added sweet messages inside of them to be revealed as you were drinking from them.
At Paper and Clay, I was so surprised to see so many glaze options, so of course I chose the funky and fun colors to paint my plate. In like a week, I got my plate back. I saw some of my friends who tried the pottery wheel. It was definitely fun, but way harder than they were expecting it to be.
I remember I painted Pokemon coasters, which turned out surprisingly okay because I'm not an artist. It was a pretty de-stressing environment.
Not only were there on-campus events, but there were just as many off-campus ones too.
Yeah, Atlanta United was my favorite event that summer. That was my first time at a soccer game, and it was really close. It ended 1-2, but I really liked that it was an off-campus event that everyone could go to together.
I had not been to an art museum in a very long time, and like the last time I had gone was like when I was a kid, and I was there because my parents wanted to be there and not because I wanted to be there.
My favorite art piece were the ones you couldn't really tell why it was in a museum. We even learned how to use the MARTA, which was intimidating at first. It reminded me of New York.
It was an exciting experience going out in the rapids. We got to work as a team to go on the raft and try and get to the end. It was a lot of exercise, but it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of water splashing around and everything. I would definitely do it again. It was a fun experience.
At the indoor skydiving event, I remember we had to wear these really bright jumpsuits and a helmet that was way too small for my head. After some training, we watched the instructor demonstrate what our form should look like, some safety signals, and ways to keep our balance in the air.
At the entrance, you're gonna fall in like a trust fall, okay? When that happens, TSA format is still in play. You're gonna lay down, TSA format. Arms out, head up, legs straight. Y'all got me? All y'all need to do is maintain and hold that position from that point on.
Like I did get to chat with like people like at random events because it's like, oh, we need buddies and no one knows each other, so we're just gonna work together, and I got to meet cool people through that.
We took turns entering the vacuum. I mean, some people were definitely way better than others, but I still really want to do it again. You kind of got motion sick going up and down, but you can get used to it. My friend and I talked about that day for the rest of the summer.
I went indoor skydiving. That one was my favorite.
Oh, nice.
That was an iGniTe event?
Yeah. It was like 15 of us.
iFly?
Yeah, that's what it was. Because you don't have to question what if, you know? It's just you already crossed that off your list.
You never know what college is going to be like. iGniTe let me meet friends I would call my family. I grew as a person. I grew as a student.
I actually liked walking around and just exploring, just looking around. And even the fact that we're in Atlanta, there's like things nearby that I can't always do. So it was just really nice to experience all of that. I Academic-wise, it kind of actually prepared me. I now get a sense of idea of what the classes are like.
It was the first time I was away from my family.
iGniTe just lets you participate in absolutely anything with a group of people that want to do anything. It is a one-of-a-kind summer.
It didn't even really feel like school.
It was just a nice break from classes.
As an out-of-state student, I was excited to see what would await me at Georgia Tech.
I got adjusted to campus and found my way around.
High school's like really structured. I wasn't sure how I was going to adjust to having classes, but the rest of my time was mine to structure. So I think that helped me ease into it.
And I also got to meet a bunch of really talented peers that I otherwise would have just thought were another bunch of engineers.
What would you tell someone who's thinking about doing iGniTe?
I would say you're about to have the best summer of your life. Do it. You won't regret it.